The King of Kings is the new Angel Studios. It's an animated adaptations of a Charles Dickens book. It's called The Life of Our Lord. I was totally unaware of this. I'm not going to pretend to be a massive Dickens reader or anything like that, but the all-star voice cast and the really amazing animation makes this a great film for kids. So let's talk about this in more detail right now. All right, the King of Kings. That's right, the life of Jesus. It's a Bible story, best hits of Jesus, basically, right? A greatest hits homage to different moments in his life, in his journey, and it's perfect for children. And it definitely feels like a ton of like Sunday school lessons kind of thrown together in this beautiful animation and give you some examples. Well, the film opens with Dickens. He's there. He's animating out for an audience his Christmas Carol story with his kids in the backstage, carrying on and causing all sorts of problems for him and the production. And it is interesting. I will say that it does get a little tedious in the first part of the film to totally understand what they're going to go for. And then it kind of kicks into gear. Because Charles and his wife Catherine are dealing with the fact that he barks at his child Walter and talks about forgiveness, and of course, there's this crazy thing about the cat and the cat gags. And again, they're setting up something for children and young kids. The target audience for this is going to be elementary school. Like, I think if you have older kids, even as much as middle school, because of how kids are with technology, this movie may not quite be for them. This is gearing towards like the pet gags and the kid being basically an avatar for that small child walking through this adventure. And then we just go through moments from his birth to different things, and we cut away with, as kids do, always asking questions. What's going on with this? Why is this not happening? Why is this one happening? And the life lessons that are coming along the way kind of come in different moments of the film, and you can see the kids sort of like picking up the pieces of what's going on, getting more and more respect for Jesus and the story. He's liking it to his love of King Arthur, and Charles has done a great job of explaining how that story was based on the Jesus story, all these different messianic metaphors and allegories thing based on some sort of king of England. And the little boy really does connect to all that. There are also some moments that are just kind of weird, like the fact that the characters, the wise men, are kind of like walking across the desk as the story is being told is a little odd. Like, I don't totally care for some of the inconsistencies with having the kid there in the journey and being literally in the scene, even though I'll admit, because the cat does kind of, it's like an irritating gag with the cat. The cat looking at Jesus and walking alongside Jesus is actually pretty good. But the moment where they're all kind of being introduced, all the different disciples, it's like, okay, I don't totally get the world that we're supposed to be playing in. But that all comes to a head with just beautiful animation and storytelling and adventures that are just truly epic. Like, I really just enjoyed all of these different sequences. The scale is there, the animation is there, and I can't say enough things about the voice cast. The voice cast is phenomenal. Now, Oscar Isaac stars as the voice of Jesus. Kenneth Branagh is Charles Dickens, and Walter is Roman Griffin Davis. Everyone else, all these other big names I'm about to tell you, they all have moments. But I don't think it was a ton of money to get them to come in and record a few lines of dialogue. But the director should deserve all the credit because Shang Ho Zhang is the creator. He wrote and directed this. It is phenomenal. Mofac Studios had this made and it was picked up by Angels. But let me run down the name of the other characters that are in voice actors are Uma Thurman, Mark Hamill, Pierce Brosnan, Forrest Whitaker, Ben Kingsley. Jim Cummings is a famous voice actor as well. The list actually just kind of keeps going. D. Bradley Baker, James Arnold Taylor. Yeah, it is. It is really, really done well. That's all. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. The execution is fantastic. And I think what we do see is we see this journey of Walter. We're seeing Jesus' life. We're seeing all these different stories and different things that are happening. But more importantly, we're seeing like a child's understanding and appreciation of those stories. He's getting a version from his dad, but he's also seen, he's literally immersed in it. And you're kind of getting What would a child be thinking? What would a child be feeling? What questions would they have? How are they relating to this? And how is this sort of like the entry point, that Sunday school lesson, like I said, of what their faith is, who this person is, and what actually happened? Some moments like this are just epic. They're just beautifully animated, beautifully and powerful. They really, really just do a great job in every way. Yeah, I have to be honest. This is was a very pleasant surprise. Oh man, the temptation by Satan tornado stuff, all of this, the animation is truly, truly phenomenal. So all in all, very solid film. Really impressed by what they've done, and pretty meager budget. Kind of starts to question, why do they need to spend so much money on some of these other animation epics when they can pull this off so well. I will say that it isn't going to be for everyone because it's a child's movie, not a kid's movie, child's movie. Like, I did a thing on Curious George, and I'm like, are critics just too hard on Curious George? Because like the target audience loves Curious George, right? So the target audience for this are probably going to have a great time. They're going to look past the cat jack gag getting a little tedious. They're going to get past the fact that the kid's always interrupting moments in the movie, and it will be a Sunday school. Like this is all precursor, churchy Bible kids church 101 type stuff. Like, I get it. Like, this is what it's for. In that, super solid film. Probably one of the better films may have ever been made for those kind of kids, because the animation is so great, the voice cast is so great, it's tight, everything looks fantastic. So it's one of the best films for that group and that target audience. For everyone else, okay, maybe not quite your thing. So objectively, put it in those two things against one another, it probably comes down in the middle at a very strong 3.5 for me. I'm not the target audience, but I can't wait to share this with like my grandkids. What is their reaction to it? How does the 5, 7, 8, 10-year old, how does everyone react to this film and the story itself? I'll have to touch base, let you know. For me, I don't find it super rewatchable. Totally going to buy and own this though. Like, I totally love it for what it is and its purpose. So strong 3.5. You can add a score if this is for your kid, grandkid, young audience, whatever. But if you're looking for like Toy Story 2 storytelling, okay, no, you're not looking at things fairly. I think we have to be fair. So anyway, that's my general take on this movie. I was very impressed. I think the faithful should turn out in Sound of Freedom levels to support this film, because it should make a splash for the sake of getting people out during Easter and the Easter season, exposing enough biblical stories to kids and kids' reactions. And this movie does all of those things really, really well. So that's my take on it. Love to hear more from you. What you think, what you don't think, what you like.